On the upcoming birthday celebration evening of October 12, 2013, Mark, Taylor, Rahul, and Josh engaged in a night of bar hopping across DuPont Circle, the renowned downtown district in Washington, D.C. After indulging in heavy drinking, Josh decided to call it a night and headed home solo around 1:30 a.m. The trio, consisting of Rahul, Taylor, and Mark, returned to the Blair East apartment complex in Silver Springs, specifically to apartment 1601. Captured by a security camera in the apartment lobby, the three were spotted making their way towards the elevator. They rode the elevator up to the 16th floor, exiting and proceeding towards their apartment. Despite their seemingly harmless and occasionally silly behavior, the events that unfolded after the elevator footage added an unsettling tone to their final moments. At 3:25 a.m., an unsettling phone call marked one of the most bizarre occurrences in this sequence of events.
Do you need police, fire, or medical?
Police.
What do you need the police for?
My friend is, he's here and I need emergency right now.
Okay, what is going on that you need the police? What is happening?
I don't know.
Okay, we need to know what assistance you need. What is happening with your friend?
Right, he's not breathing, okay? I don't know.
Taylor, hello. Can somebody come back to the phone, please? Hello?
Stop.
Off of me! Don't touch me!
I didn't do anything wrong.
No!
I didn't do anything wrong, okay? Stop.
Taylor.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I need you to talk to me because I don't know what's going on and all I hear is people saying to get off of me. Taylor, why did you call 911? What's going on?
For a duration of about 9 minutes, this peculiar and ignorant behavior persisted. It reached such an extent that another dispatcher had to step in and take over the remaining portion of the call.
Has anyone been drinking or using any drugs tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, who has? Everybody?
Yeah.
What have you been drinking?
Just alcohol.
Okay, what kind of alcohol has everybody been drinking?
Just alcohol. I don't know. I
just
need
asking
someone here
because-
tonight, right now.
Ma'am, they're coming right now, but the way that you've been answering questions, something's not right. You need to tell me
I'm sorry.
what is happening.
I don't know. I just need someone here. There's blood
Okay,
everywhere.
what do you mean there's blood everywhere? What happened?
I don't know.
How do you not know? You see what's going on. We don't. You need to tell us and paint the picture of what's happening right now.
I don't know. I just need someone here. I'm scared. I just want someone here.
During the entire 911 call, Taylor exhibited a strange and unhelpful behavior, providing minimal information. Several officers, including Officer Dean Skiba, were dispatched to the apartment complex. Officer Skiba was the first to enter the small 500-square-foot unit, encountering a scene he described as straight out of a horror movie. The room was covered in blood, on the walls, floors, and the clothing of everyone inside. Mark and Rahul were found unconscious on the ground next to the bed. First responders quickly attended to them, while Taylor, who had answered the door, was ushered out of the room. She was asked to sit on the hallway floor for assistance. Rahul, who had regained consciousness, was helped into the bathroom and seated on the toilet. Fortunately, he had no serious or life-threatening injuries. Mark, however, did not regain consciousness and was discovered deceased with 11 stab wounds across his body. 5 of these wounds were defensive, while the other 6 were potentially fatal on their own. When officers questioned Taylor about the incident, she continued with her peculiar and indirect answers, claiming she had no idea what happened. During questioning, Rahul, now partially alert and extremely intoxicated, provided a different narrative. He stated, "I found my girlfriend cheating on me with Mark, so we got into a fight, and I must have killed him." Both Rahul and Taylor were then arrested and taken to the police station, where the interrogation continued off camera. On the drive back to the station, Rahul recanted his earlier statements, admitting he was very drunk and had smoked marijuana before speaking to the officers. He asserted that his initial statement was entirely untrue and suggested he only made it to protect Taylor. In the interrogation room, both Rahul and Taylor became closed off, denying any conscious involvement. Rahul expressed confidence that he wasn't responsible, while Taylor, citing her extreme intoxication, claimed she was too drunk to remember anything at all.
Honestly, I just wish I knew what happened. So I'm kind of hoping you can, will you be able to or no?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that you'll be able to fill me in with what happened, actually.
Okay.
Because clearly something happened.
Yeah.
And I know that you're remembering like something with video games, and then, the next thing you know, Rahul is telling you to call the police or whatever. But there's a big gap of time in between there where something happened. Okay, and I believe that you know what happened, and that's something that you need to tell me about. Okay.
Yeah, but we were drinking.
I understand that you were drinking. Okay, I understand that.
Okay.
But Mark is dead.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. What happened?
So that's what we're trying to find out.
How did he die?
I don't know.
You don't?
I don't know yet.
He was okay.
Right. Well, I'm sure that you would like to think he was okay, but you're a smart girl, so I'm sure that it was pretty clear at your apartment when he's not moving.
No.
And there's all this blood.
We were drinking. I don't remember. All I remember is Rahul telling me to call 911.
Right. Like, why would Rahul get so upset that he would do something to Mark?
I don't think he would. That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
I know for a fact that I did not stab Mark.
Okay.
I mean, if I did that, I would know.
Actually, you're saying you don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened between Tay and Mark to cause him to be on the side of the bed when I found him like that, but I know for a fact that I did not do that. I mean, if I wanted to stab Mark, I would have remembered every detail of it. I would remember coming up to him, confronting him, and stabbing him. But I don't know what happened to him, but I know for a fact that I didn't do all of that.
Right.
I didn't stab him. I didn't attack him. I didn't
How do you
confront
know that
him.
if you didn't get in a fight, if you didn't try to hurt you, and you didn't get the knife back and protect yourself?
It just didn't happen. Like
Well, you don't know that. You keep saying, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I don't know what happened between Tay and Mark,
Okay.
but I do know for a fact that I was doing my own thing, and then when I was alerted to the situation, I went to Mark. That's what I do know. I don't know what happened between Tay and Mark, except for the fact that she was definitely hesitating a little bit when I yelled at her to call the police or paramedics or whatever it was. So that's what I remember.
While the two suspects remained in custody, investigators swiftly gathered evidence to build a case against them. Notably, they discovered that Taylor had changed into 3 different outfits between 2 a.m. and the interviews conducted around 5 a.m. All 3 outfits were stained with Mark's blood. Hair belonging to Taylor was found in Mark's hand, stuck to the blood on the wall, and on Mark's shirt. Additionally, Taylor's hair was found on the knife near Mark's body and on the back pocket of Mark's jeans. Despite Taylor's peculiar wardrobe changes and apparent close proximity to the victim, Rahul was found to have a significantly greater amount of blood on himself compared to all of Taylor's outfits combined. Moreover, they had Rahul's initial confession, which he later recanted. Adding to the evidence, investigators discovered that Mark had sent several strange text messages around 2 a.m. At 2:01, he mentioned, "My night is becoming historically awkward," followed by, "I'm about to gnaw my hand off so I can leave in an ambulance," at 2:19. His final text at 2:55 stated, "Awake, I need help." With this compelling evidence, investigators decided to confront Taylor once again.
Again.
The blood on your hands and your feet, do you have any idea where that came from?
I assume from Mark.
When the police got to your house, like, you weren't wearing this. Because they have pictures of you. You had like a white t-shirt on and like pink underwear.
I'm kind of surprised I wore that in front of
You had the wherewithal to change your clothes, yet you can't remember how you got the blood on you. They found that red dress there, but it's got blood stains all over it. How did the blood get on the dress?
I mean, maybe I by Mark before Raul, but I mean, I have no idea.
You just can't explain it?
I interacted with the body because I had blood on me.
Right.
I just don't know when it happened.
Is there even a remote possibility that you did this to Mark and you don't remember?
I can't imagine hurting someone like that.
While these pressured questions did not lead to any further information,
In their pursuit of more information, investigators extended their questioning to Josh, the fourth friend who had been part of the night out drinking in DuPont Circle. According to Josh, Taylor and Rahul exhibited some peculiar behavior during the evening. Allegedly, Taylor had been flirting with both Josh and Mark, creating a perception that she might have been disloyal to Rahul. Both Josh and Mark discussed this behavior with Rahul, but Rahul asserted that Taylor saw it differently. According to Rahul, Taylor claimed that Mark and Josh were making her feel uncomfortable. This conversation, as recounted by Josh to investigators, created an awkward atmosphere, prompting him to leave the party alone that evening. The dynamics within the group and the conflicting perceptions added another layer of complexity to the investigation.
She has a tendency to be a little flirtatious to Raul's friends. And I just asked her, like, straight up, like, what's the deal? Like, you're a little flirtatious. She said I couldn't do that to Rahul. I love him very much. It sounded like I was hitting on her. And so he took that very badly. He was pretty pissed off. Rahul was just like, I just want to have fun for my birthday. And then Taylor was just like, we should just go. Obviously, I don't trust that Taylor girl.
Given the arresting officer's report that Rahul had initially confessed to the possibility of killing Mark upon witnessing him with Tyler, investigators found that Josh's statements corroborated Rahul's initial narrative. In light of this alignment, Rahul was subjected to further questioning regarding Taylor's loyalty. Finally, it appeared that investigators were making some progress in unraveling the complex web of events surrounding Mark's tragic demise.
I found out that Taylor and Mark may have been going out or something, got me back. When we all three of us got back to the apartment, it was clear that something was going on.
Okay. Like, did it be clear because did you see them kissing or touching?
No, they just
the way they acted?
Yeah, the body language. Him and Tay just made it seem like they had a thing going on. And as soon as I found that out, I just started doing my own thing. And I sort of just looked the other way. I sat down and started doing my own thing. And at some point, Mark sustained the injury. And I didn't stab anyone, but as soon as I found out that Mark had been sort of punctured here, I tried to stop the bleeding. I tried to give him CPR. I kept telling Tay to call the police, and she sort of, I hesitated, but just looked at us. I'm going to be honest with you. Something happened between Tay and Mark, and then Mark was bleeding out, so I came to his sort of medical attention. I tried to stop the bleeding. I came to him, and then I put a lot of pressure here, and then I just sort of like hugged him.
Did you ask her what happened? Like,
No,
a normal person would be like, what happened?
Probably should have done that, yeah. So, again, I don't know. I didn't do it.
If you didn't stab him, then who did? Okay?
Yeah.
Although he didn't explicitly assert that Taylor was responsible, Rahul indirectly implicated her by suggesting that she might be connected to Mark's death.
He says, you didn't do anything to him, therefore you must have done it.
Oh my God.
Rahul says that he felt like something was going on with you guys.
What?
You screamed, you started screaming, and that he turned around and that Mark was on the ground bleeding. I mean, what reason would you have to hurt Mark? You didn't wake up to like him trying to
I don't remember anything.
At what point do you two well-educated people say, what happened? Like, why is this dude dead in my apartment? Like, how did he get hurt? Or what's wrong with him?
I don't know. I'm telling you the truth.
I can't myself imagine doing that.
Right.
So I'm just confused because, like, I'm not trying to put the blame on the wrong.
In an attempt to expedite the investigative process, the investigators made an unconventional decision. They placed both suspects in the same room, closely observing the interactions while behind the glass.
Yeah. What happened? Okay.
I don't know.
What happened to Mark?
I don't know. That's what I told them because I don't remember anything past confronting you about Josh and then you screaming at me to call 911. And that's what I told them.
Where's our lawyers? I've been here all night.
Do you want me to ask for them?
Yeah. I want to get out of here. I want to poop. I want to eat. I'm hungry.
Okay, I'm sorry. Look, they said that you thought that we were...
Did you stab Mark or no?
I don't think, I wouldn't do that. Why would I attack someone?
Jay, why did you hesitate when I asked you to
I
call
don't know,
911?
because I was I guess in shock. I mean, all I remember is you yelling at me to call someone.
I want my lawyer, dude. I can't stay here. I'm hungry as I need to eat.
Okay.
Mark. I did not stab him.
I don't think I did either. I really don't think I did. I don't think I did anything.
Well, fine, dude. Just go out there and tell him that I want my lawyer and I want to get the f*** out of here.
Okay, is it out of the question to even ask if you're okay?
We're fine right now. I just need to out of here, dude.
Please,
what happened?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm freaking out, okay? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know what happened.
I think my lawyer this.
And I explained to you that we don't keep lawyers here at the police station?
You can't just keep me here then.
I can keep you here? Yes, I can, in a holding cell.
When do I get to go? When do I get to sleep in a bed or...
Following the monitored conversation, Rahul adhered to his slightly modified narrative, maintaining that he was certain he hadn't harmed Mark. However, he insinuated an awareness that Taylor might have been involved in stabbing Mark during an intimate moment. Waiting for his attorney, Rahul kept a guarded silence. In contrast, Taylor remained steadfast in her initial statements, asserting that her extreme intoxication rendered her unable to recollect any details and vehemently denying any involvement in the violence. Surprisingly, this stance seemed to work in Taylor's favor. Several hours after this exchange, Taylor Gold was released from custody, while Rahul Gupta faced charges of second-degree murder in connection to Mark's death.
Birthday partying, he told police his girlfriend was cheating with the victim. ABC's Lindsay Davis is here with all the details. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, George. Incidentally, it's still unclear if, in fact, there was any cheating even going on, but it does appear 24-year-old Rahul Gupta's birthday celebration over the weekend has not only ended the life of his longtime friend, but potentially Gupta's life as he knows it.
There were friends that were together in Washington, D.C., sharing a good time with Mr. Gupta, celebrating his birthday.
But that good time took a turn for the worse when three of them, Gupta, Wah, and Gupta's girlfriend, returned to her apartment. Arrest records indicate police were called just before 3:30 a.m. Sunday. According to the charging papers, Gupta told police, "My girl was cheating with my buddy. I walked in on them cheating, and I killed my buddy."
He made an utterance statement that his girlfriend had been cheating on him and that the individual involved, that he had actually did it.
Police say Gupta claims he was woken up by his girlfriend yelling, but she says it was Gupta who woke her up yelling and telling her to call 911. Gupta's attorney says the evidence will show he has a valid defense, but this morning the honor student is being held on $2 million bail, charged with second-degree murder.
Before the trial commenced, the charge against Rahul was escalated to first-degree murder, as the district attorney believed there was sufficient evidence to establish Rahul's intent to kill Mark. During the trial, Rahul maintained a plea of not guilty. His defense team argued that Taylor was the sole perpetrator, acting alone with the motive to silence Mark after making advances towards him. The defense presented several key points. First, they asserted that Rahul's initial confession should be viewed as a false one, a result of intoxication and adrenaline while attempting to save his friend's life. They highlighted the peculiar 911 call, where Rahul expressed concern for Mark while Taylor remained uncooperative. The defense also emphasized Taylor's unusual decision to change her outfit 3 times before being questioned, in contrast to Rahul, who had not changed at all. Additionally, the defense drew attention to a photo showing what appeared to be a minor injury on the outside of Taylor's pinky finger knuckle, suggesting it resulted from the knife's blade during the stabbing process. The defense urged the jury to focus on the physical evidence found at the scene, such as Taylor's hair inside Mark's hand, on Mark's shirt, wrapped around the knife, and stuck to the blood on the wall next to Mark's body. The prosecution, on the other hand, portrayed Rahul as a jealous and angry boyfriend aware of his failing relationship. They argued that his drunken rage led him to attack Mark, believing Mark and Taylor were involved romantically. The prosecution challenged the reliability of the physical evidence, emphasizing that both Rahul and Taylor lived in the apartment, so their hair and DNA would naturally be present. They dismissed the significance of the bruise on Taylor's knuckle, pointing out that one of the fatal stab wounds had gone 7 inches deep and chipped a bone, making it unlikely for Taylor to inflict such an injury. The prosecution presented a clip from a phone call between Rahul and his father, suggesting that Rahul may have inadvertently confessed to the murder during the conversation. The trial hinged on these conflicting narratives and the interpretation of the presented evidence.
Oh, from Rahul Gupta.
Where are you?
I'm in jail.
What happened?
Mark and I got into a fight, and he tried to get a knife, and then I grabbed the knife.
Who did you get into a fight with?
Mark.
After playing this recording, the prosecution moved on to their final argument.
After playing the recording, the prosecution proceeded with their final argument, placing a spotlight on the interrogations of both Taylor and Rahul. They asserted that Taylor was the only person with any credibility in the case because she acknowledged the severe impairment of her memory that night. Taylor admitted that she could have been the one to murder Mark, given the extent of her intoxicated state. In contrast, the prosecution contended that Rahul's selective memory raised doubts about his credibility. While he asserted that he knew he didn't commit the murder, he lacked sufficient recollection to provide investigators with a clear account of what transpired. This inconsistency in Rahul's statements became a focal point in the prosecution's argument, emphasizing the uncertainty surrounding his claims compared to Taylor's acknowledgement of her impaired memory.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm freaking out, okay? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know what happened.
After both sides presented their cases to the jury was sent into deliberation. The stakes were exceptionally high. If Rahul wasn't found guilty, it seemed unlikely that anyone would be held responsible for the crime. This shift occurred because the state had now argued that Taylor was not the murderer. After just 1 day of deliberation, the jury returned with a verdict. The outcome of this decision would determine whether Rahul Gupta would be convicted or if the case would remain unsolved.
It has been called the love triangle murder, but today at the sentencing of George Washington University grad student Rahul Gupta, we learned it's really still unclear why he stabbed his best friend to death in front of his girlfriend in 2013 after a long night of drinking. Thanks for being here. I'm Derek McGinty.
And I'm Leslie Foster. Deborah Alfarone sat in a courtroom as a judge sentenced Gupta to life in prison. Deb, it was quite an emotional afternoon.
Absolutely, Leslie and Derek, and perhaps the most emotional part was when Mark Waugh's father got up there and spoke, and he said not only is Mark a victim, but his mother's a victim, his brother's a victim, and he's a victim, because there is not a day that goes by that they're ever on parole from waking up without Mark.
Mark was a gift from God, and his death is a tragedy that we must carry for the rest of our lives.
Prosecutors say Gupta lied under oath and tried to frame Gould for Waugh's murder, but the judge said today both he and the jury did not believe him.
He showed no recognition of his own culpability, his own accountability, did not apologize to these family members, did not accept responsibility for what he had done.
And witnesses say Gupta had a problem with rage, that he was jealous, abusive, and controlling. Gupta and Waugh had known each other from high school, actually. And Waugh was a first-year law student at Georgetown University at the time that his best friend killed him.
Rahul Gupta was found guilty of the first-degree murder of Mark Waugh and was subsequently sentenced to life in prison. As of March 24, 2017, Rahul's latest appeal has been denied, solidifying his conviction. If you're hungry for more true crime, then check out this video. Until then, stay safe out there and take care out there.